let's go to, well, let's swing by Miramar real quick and check on the framing. We have rain coming next week, so we're trying to get the roof sheeted so we can get some paper up there, and then we'll have to plastic the sides of it, keep the water out. And then we could head over to Caliamino. That job is almost finished. And then we have a new project starting, which is going to be a really cool one next week. Spanish.
The details on that one.
So it's right now it's a single-story house with a carport, and we're going to turn it into a 2-story Spanish home with a garage. And then it's got a detached casita. It's really cool. And the other cool thing is it's on a street with 3 different builders, so we're going to be all working right next to each other. So it'll be very interesting. And my goal is to outshine and finish it before they finish theirs. So here on Miramar today, what we're doing is we're finishing framing. We have our concrete crew here. We're going to be raising up the elevation on the side of the house, and we got to pour that concrete so that we can finish the framing, because a lot of this part of the house sits on top of this new slab. So let's go check it out. Hey, how are you? You're good? All right. So here we are. This is gonna be a French door here. We're gonna have our hardscape. This is our elevation. We're gonna put a fountain here, and then that same elevation now is gonna carry through all the way to the front of where the garage is now, and we'll have steps down. So right now what we're doing is we're preparing for all that. We'll have to build retaining walls up against the house, because the house isn't going to be able to take that compaction once we compact all this dirt and put our base down.
So steps, I mean, so the elevation.
Yeah, so this elevation is going to stay the same height. We're going to have a planter here, and then we'll have steps that come down to meet this. All new driveway. This will all be an Ardo tile. It'll be super cool. And then this hot tub here is going to look like a fountain. Really original, old Spanish looking fountain that's also a jacuzzi, which is congrats. We can go up here. We got the second floor going up. Little details we're doing in here, like we have a support post here, which is a 4x4, but we took a 6x6 and we milled it down to a 4x4 true cut. And what we're doing is adding some Spanish, grooves in that to give it that flair, which would match a post that's in the original house from 1921. So we're waiting on that from the lumber yard to get that, and that'll go here. And then upstairs, the boys are framing out the deck. Got the second floor framed, so let's take a look. Hey. What up, guys? Buenos dias.
There's gonna be a door right here to the.
Yeah, so we got door here to the bedroom, door here to the outside. This will be a little deck here. Got little ocean views from the room upstairs. We'll have a double door here, and then a small little balcony, bathroom closet. Cool little addition. Here we do have, like we explained before, we do have the 2 permits. So we have the cultural heritage permit, which we have to stand by all the laws and rules that go along with a historic home. And then we also have the building permit, and having to work with those 2 different entities to achieve this goal, which is cool, different. So we're excited. We're getting there. Doors and windows are coming. See you, Chella. Yeah, then down here, we also have shower, vanity, toilet, little office space, and then bedroom. All right, off to the next one. We'll be here every week. I want to keep you updated, show you all the progress, and kind of once we get into this next phase, show you all these cool details that we're going to have to do to bring that 1921 look back to life. Yeah, I'm ready to pop off on some new jobs.
When's this little 2-story Spanish build going?
Oh, you know what I could take you by? It was supposed to start on Tuesday, and then we got a phone call saying that they had another round of corrections and the city overlooked it, and it pushed us back like a week and a half, which I was bummed about because I have the fence going up on Tuesday and we were gonna start cranking, but so another, not next week, but we'll start the following week. So you've been hitting the gym?
Yeah, dude. But since I haven't gone in a while, I've already done chest, back, and legs.
Are you sore?
I'm fucking so sore, dude. So I didn't go the past few days, but I'm gonna go today.
That food's so important, dude.
Yeah.
Just eat well and exercise, and that's like the ticket, you know? It's like
that's
everyone's always trying to find this like quick fix, but it's like it's food and exercise. And it's not like you have to, you know, eat terrible things. It's just
cut out the sweets.
that, and you know, and just
cut out the
focus on
sodas.
like, you know, protein, which is good. Like, you know, I eat a lot of steak, stuff like that, which is good meals. And then you just feel so much better, like mentally and physically. That's a teardown. I like driving through town because it's like, oh, new build, new build, new build. You could stay busy here for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
I'll take you by this job on here in Southwest. We redid an ADU, added some square footage to it, and then we're just finishing up now. We're painting and stuff, but the homeowners are going to live in that when we tear their actual house up, which is going to be a big project, a lot bigger than I had initially planned. We just got the plans back, and we're adding a 3rd story, master bedroom, master bathroom, taking the whole roof off and changing the whole framing, all trusses. The new entryway is going to be on the 1st floor. It's a huge project, which is really cool. But the ADU is almost done, so I think it'd be cool to show you that. We finished the stucco yesterday, and we used our own guys to do it. I was a little worried about it, but it came out really good. Fuck. Damn it, I just spilled shit all over my shirt. All right, here we are, Southwest San Clemente. We're in the permitting phase right now on this project, looking to get our first round of corrections back. It's gonna be a big transformation. We're taking off the entire roof, actually doing trusses, switching everything to be running the opposite direction that it runs now. New doors up front here. We're gonna do some Fleetwood big sliders, New garage door, only one single one. And then actually here between these two windows up front is gonna be our entry. Because right now you enter up the side stairs and it's kind of an awkward entrance. So all this dirt's going away. And then we're gonna have this awesome stairway up here with plants on each side. And then that will be our front door. That chimney goes away. As you can tell, it's been illegally demoed at one point. It should go all the way to the ground, and you can see this balcony's bowing, taking on a ton of weight. So upstairs in the backyard, there was an existing ADU. We added about 4 feet by 12 feet to it, made the kitchen bigger, redid everything, relayed out the whole inside. The homeowners actually live up north, but when they come to visit, now this ADU will be finished, they can stay there while we're doing all the construction on the house. So this is their front door now. That's no longer. Our ADU is back here. We're kind of prepping for everything. Got a lot of this stuff scraped and out of our way. Prepping for the permit to come through. Got a fire pit here. This is gonna be a really rad, like, outdoor living space, covered, match the roof pitch. We'll have a post here. This will be an addition. An actual staircase, interior staircase here, which is gonna lead up to the new primary bathroom and bedroom, which will all be on. Technically, it's the 3rd floor. 1st floor is garage level, 2nd floor is here, and then this will be the 3rd floor. And it's just terraced up, so it doesn't really feel that way. And then here's our ADU. Just about done with it. We got to do some painting. We're gonna paint this door to match the windows. This was here before, but it ended about here. So we added on 4 to 6 feet, and then this direction, and that enabled us to put like a legitimate kitchen inside of here. We used all Marvin windows, have like a green tint to those. They look really nice. This is all primed. We're just waiting on a paint color for the eaves, and then we're just buttoning up the inside. So in here we're painting now. So here will be our bed in between the windows. We'll have nightstand. We're gonna get a nice piece of furniture here as a closet. Here's gonna be a little bench that operates. You can put stuff in there, and we'll put our TV up here. And then we built a cool little cabinet here with some doors. This will be a stackable washer and dryer. And then here's our kitchen. Refrigerator, have some floating shelves. Our sink will be center of the window. And then here we'll have a little range and our hood. We did a wainscoting. It's a 1x6 shiplap, or it's a tongue and groove. Little chair rail casing, very traditional feeling, really homey. This ADU will mimic the actual house. We're gonna have a ton of floor to ceiling, tongue and groove, a lot of interior beams, a lot of TNG on the ceilings, a lot of wainscoting, a lot of carpentry, which I'm excited about. Inside here, we just purchased a vanity here, a lot less expensive. You know, depending on your space, a way to save some money when you're remodeling a house. In certain bathrooms, I feel like we can purchase vanities in that, you know, you can buy a really nice vanity for $1,000, $1,200, $2,500, something gets you something really nice like this. But the nice part about that is it comes with a countertop with sinks, all your doors and drawers. It's pre-finished. It's just kind of plug and play, put on your fixtures. You know, if you build custom, which I prefer to do, but again, it's a much more expensive of a cost to do. You have to just you build the cabinet, then you purchase, you know, the countertops, then you have to have them fabricated, and, you know, so it's, and then you have to paint or stain, and it just, you don't realize it, but each little thing will add up to being something pretty pricey. But in a lot of spaces, you know, a custom would fit or feel a lot better. But something like this, you know, we have this wide open wall. So here's our shower. It's nice, right? We put a window in here. We matched a niche to kind of, you know, feel like an even thing here. We did a little tiny corner bench, you know, if they want to shave their legs. And then a linear drain. Half-inch Starfire glass. I like this glass. It, you know, if you don't go Starfire, you have that really green hue to it, which with the window, it really shows it. little more expensive, but Starfire. Gold fixtures. Really cool. Mitering all of our corners and edges. No Schluter, no gaps, just mitering. Little added work. Looks 100 times better. That's a cool little house. Dude, this house right here. That's a rad one. That was on the home tour. That sold for a really good amount of money. Yeah, then up here, coming up on our right, is a potential. Don't show it. Don't show it, but it looks like that house right there. We haven't got it yet, and I don't want all those folks that follow us to start knocking on doors. You know? All right, let's run by Ola Vista. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go by this Ola Vista first. This guy in the corner here was actually the first job I ever did after I left.
It's the first one I did for you guys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. After I left the company I worked for. And then we went ahead and took poor Paul's view with this giant ADU here. I'm gonna park right here.
What's the deal with that? Like in Laguna Beach, for instance, you guys are building that second story. You're just gonna be blocking that whole neighbor's view.
Yeah, but the guy knew that when he bought it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
okay, so that's part of it.
Before it went into escrow, before they put it on the market, they ran all their markers. We're on the alley of Ola Vista. You guys have seen this job. It's really close to done. We're in the phase right now of landscape and railings, but let's walk through. We're gonna have like a nice little planter here with some green. That's access to the garage, which they never had before. The goal here was to keep a garage and then put an ADU above it. You know, we really wanted to make these both living space, but then it's like you can't have a house without a garage. It's just weird. So we kept the garage. We had to tear it down, rebuild it. There's a lot of steel in here. That's what gives us these kind of cantilever overhangs and stuff. Adds a lot of dimension and texture to the house. But yeah, so here we are. We have this. We're gonna have this nice 5-foot wrought iron 1x4 style fence here with a gate, and then this is a little area, linear fire pit. Poured this little shelf here. We'll put some big fireballs in there and stuff. That'll look pretty cool. This place will really wake up once we get some greenery. Probably run something tall here, put a carpus or ficus or something to give some privacy. And then same down here, we have a planter along this side. We could bring some greenery up here, plants along the back side and here. It's gonna really change it. And then railing here. We're gonna change it up and do like a cable. That way you can see through it, doesn't make the space feel too small. And then glass. And then I'll take you upstairs and we can kind of see what the ADU looks like. So it's a small space, but it's nice. We have a full bath here. Bed, dining, kitchen. We built this little deck here. Nice slider, nice window, really nice views on a good day. Pretty cool.
This one came out sick, in my opinion. This one's dope
Yeah.
to me. It's really like elevated up here.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Little pull-in shelf. We'll get some doors on here. It's rad. It's all you need, dude. You don't need much in life, you know. A bed. I could live here easy. Gotta stay in the door. Little things. But overall came out really nice. The goal next is to make the house look like this, and we're gonna try to achieve that by paint. Cleaning up the house, paint it, give it the same look here as the ADU. That way that it doesn't look like an afterthought, you know. And then we added some of the same brick to some accents of the actual house. So once we paint it, it's gonna flow well. Vominos. It was a hard job, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of steel. I had a guy lose his finger on this job.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Poor Paulie, dude.
No way.
Yeah.
Is they able to save it?
Nope. It stayed in the glove. Yeah. Structural steel, dude. Set a beam on it. And I was there. I watched the whole thing. And he went like that. Glove stayed, finger stayed. Wild. All right, next. That's why you got workman's comp, fellas. All right, we'll go by the other Ola Vista ADU. Dude, I was, well, we had this issue. My daughter had like a, I guess, fire department came to my house late at night. I wake up, I'm out there talking to them, and they're like, hey, wait, dude, aren't you that ADU guy? And it was funny. I'm like, no. Well, I mean, I guess. I don't want to be the ADU guy, but I am building a shit ton of ADUs right now. All right. We're back here on Caliamino, wrapping up the inside. We have all the boys outside finishing stucco, getting the pool finished, the tile here on the deck, wrapping that up. As you can see, we got these really rad ocean views here. So what we're gonna do is put glass railing around this deck here so nothing gets obscured. All new flooring inside, about 500 square foot addition off the front. We could walk through that. Owners are moving in about a week, and then we'll have about a month and a half to finish the outside. Kind of getting everything put back together. I got the painters here. They just got all the cabinet doors and drawers painted, so we'll be able to get all these installed. I'm gonna get the stainer out here, get all these white oak shelving stained. We got those here, these here. Nice pocket doors with soft closing, soft opening, so you can slam these and it's really nice. This is gonna be a craft room for his wife to do, you know, sewing and that kind of stuff. I'm not quite sure. Looks like sewing. This door is supposed to be fixed, and it feels like it is. So here we're gonna do a wrought iron railing along here to kind of really give it that Spanish feel. There's not really much of a view here to obscure, so we're kind of trying to bring that Spanish out in the front. And then what's cool here is we have these linear drains we put in. So we're gonna run our tile and leave about a 3/8 inch gap so that you don't see any drainage, but it runs well. And then for here, we're thinking about taking that same stone that we used for the pool coping and capping here and capping here. So it'll be a nice 1.5 to 2 inch piece of stone that we'll be able to set our wrought iron on. Cocktails? All right, I'm here with Aaron with Garage Works. They're doing the garage epoxy. I'll kind of let him explain what they're doing in the process.
Yeah, so we sanded down the whole floor to base yesterday, and we laid our moisture vapor barrier coat last night. So we're gonna sand that over, take out any imperfections, and then we're gonna get ready for our design coat, which should go down tonight, which is the fun stuff.
Boom. Yeah, and then we'll just come back and just shoot it fucking.
Call my agent, boys.
All right, we're on Brook Street. Laguna Demolition.
So the stuff that's in here, she said, is getting donated.
This is our way into the back.
Yeah.
See, we need to
We'll
get all
take
this.
this. We'll take this thing off. Max will take that off, and that way we can open up this. Right.
Yep. That's why we're gonna kill all that power.
Yeah. And then we'll. I'm thinking we just. I'll have Javier grab those. I'll have Javier grab the. What was he grabbing there? The 2x4s?
No, masks and stuff for the guys because it's all that plaster. All right. Well, this is something we'll need to work on. We'll start demoing the front yard,
Yeah.
and then Max can get that heater
We'll
off.
get
Let's
that
get
off.
this off. Then we'll demo this wall, and then we can ramp up.
Yeah.
So, Memo, we'll start in the front today.
I seen starting the. I have 3 vodkas.
Okay.
So it's possible to start in the back, in the front, wherever you want.
I have to do some demo here.
I seen it's
We'll make a
yeah.
ramp for you.
Yeah.
But I gotta get rid of this.
Yeah, this is trash.
Take this
you know?
off. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when it's possible today, you start in the front, so very necessary take.
And I'll start working on this.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah, for the pass over here.
Yeah.
So I need
Okay.
a little space. You know?
I'll start working on that. We got to get rid of this stuff in the garage. Zane,
Yes.
we got to get rid of this stuff in the garage.
She said they're coming this afternoon to pick it all up.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's start here.
Yeah, I need to start here. It's possible to start and take it out.
You
the
gotta get that
trees,
big
the
rock.
rocks, the plants. So later take it out the tool.
Do you see this here?
Yeah, it's going. Big one. Yeah, but I broke in the vodka.
Day 1, Laguna Beach, demo day. We're gonna start taking this thing apart. There's not gonna be much left of it by the end of the day here. We got 3 Bobcats pulling up. We're gonna start tearing up all this hardscape. We got the guys inside the house right now. They're actually gonna be disassembling it from the inside out. Took 4 years to get the approval for the city. I know the homeowners are very, very excited. Today's a big day for both them and for us. After we got the job and signed with them and they chose us to be their contractor, I mean, it even still took us probably 5 or 6 months before they gave us the green light and before we had to do everything with the city. So it's a long time coming on this one, but it's gonna be a cool project. We're excited. The driveway is gonna get a little bit bigger, and then the front door is actually gonna move over to the left of where we are right now. The whole stairway and the front of the deck that you see is actually gonna change up quite a bit. And the front of the house will be just right over there.
Well, I'll move this for you right now.
Okay.
Memo. Memo, can you move the big truck? I'm gonna take the trash.
So gnarly.
¿Qué pasó? How's inside going?
It's good. I mean, there's like everything that all torn up. It's crazy.
Let's go walk inside.
Just the toilet. All right, we're back at Brooks in Laguna Beach. This whole house is pretty much gone. As you can see, we've just got a couple walls up, and this is what allows us to classify this project as a remodel. So even though this is like the furthest thing from what you would envision as a remodel, this is what classifies as a remodel. You leave up a handful of walls, and then we make additions off the back of the house as far as the foundation goes, and on the front of the house as well. It's able to get us through permitting and through submittals and all that stuff a lot easier than knocking down the whole house in total and starting fresh. Last week and the week before, for Southern California standards, we got a lot of rain. And so we'll show you in the back right now where all our trenches are for the footings. But we came in on Monday of last week and we had a whole river flowing through the backyard, which set us back quite a bit and it was frustrating. But you know, we're rolling with it and we're moving forward, so. All
right, let's check it out.
Yeah.
So tell us what we're seeing here, man.
So as soon as you're walking in here, we're standing in what's gonna be the new driveway. This is the existing garage. As you walk in here, everything to my left is actually gonna get expanded out close from roughly 19 to 22 feet. So currently we have a single car garage and we're gonna be going to a 2-car garage. All right, this is where we've been spending the majority of our time over the past couple weeks. So if you come back here, these are all of the footings and trenches that the masonry crew has been working on, the concrete crew's been working on. So the plan is, once we pass all of our inspections, we had a soils inspection today, which we passed, so that's looking good. We got to get the structural engineer out here to check on the rebar. So he's going to be looking at rebar spacing, checking our sizing, make sure everything's tied off correctly. And then after we pass that, then we have to bring the city out afterwards, and then the city's got to sign off on it. Right against the actual foundation of the house, it's going to be a retaining wall. So we're going to have to build that up to retain everything, keep the pressure off this. We're going to have waterproofing, drainage, all of that stuff that's going out behind the retaining wall. And then this is all going to be support for the second story that's going above us, as well as the addition off the back of the house. So everything back here behind me is going to be that ADU and that junior ADU that was, I don't know if you remember what we were talking about. It was a way in which we were able to get the plans to pass. We were able to get the non-conforming structure to grandfather in, as well as get the expansion that the client was hoping for. It was something that the architect was able to do to get all those things and accomplish all those things. So over to my left here is where that ADU is going to be, and then right over here, just kind of in front of me, is where the junior ADU is going to be. So the thing that's been pretty fun, like just on this project, as the clients come by, like they get to come and check it out, like, whoa, this is crazy. Like our whole house is gone. They've been living here for years, you know, and like this has been home to them. And so they've relocated temporarily, and they come by every day, and they're always so excited to see all the progress and the updates that we've been doing. All right, a lot of you guys have been kind of asking for some numbers. As far as this project goes, for all the foundation, slab, concrete, rebar, all that stuff, it's gonna be about $145,000. We started working with the clients last week on selecting windows and doors. I know when you look at the house, you're like, where are we gonna put a single window or door? But those are gonna be roughly 10 to 12 weeks out. So we've got to finalize that now, and the cost that we're looking at on those is going to be anywhere from about $75,000, and then if they want to up the quality of the windows and doors, that price could potentially double. So it'll be interesting to see where they go, but regardless of what they choose, it's still going to come out fantastic.
Here we are back at Calle Real, where we've been working on framing, foundation, like I said last time, we had a few setbacks with the city not passing us on inspection because of the rain, but we got past that. We're gonna pour some concrete today, and you guys can take a look at all the framing that's been done. From last time, we had just the first floor framed. It's been about a week. We have the roof frame now. All the walls are almost up. Today we're gonna be pouring some concrete, all the steel's in, and yeah, we should be done with framing here in the next week or so.
Are we okay? And I go, no, dude, it's just, I didn't know. I go, they actually asked me for my 10.9 too when I first started pumping for
Yeah.
you guys. I go, I forgot to tell you about that, but I go, Smith and Eastwood is like super legit and on top of it, so you
Yeah.
gotta have it. He said, no problem. He goes, I was just kind of tripping out when the guy was asking me for it or whatever. Like,
No one wants to fill out a 1099.
yeah, exactly.